Thanks for checking out this Bridgewater Now update. I'm John Locke. We've been away for a little while, but we do return telling you about a busy Saturday coming up here in town. First, the 9th annual BPD 5K and Kids 1 Mile Fun Run returns at the police station. The fun run starts at 8:30 and the 5K gets underway at 9 a.m. Both races will start at the police headquarters, so you may experience some brief backups or delays, especially on Pleasant Street and Main Street. For the runners, you can pick up your running bib and register ahead of time at the police station on Friday night from 5 to 8 p.m. or at 7 a.m. on race day, and registrations can only be paid with cash or check. You can get more information on the 5K and Fun Run at bpd5k.racewire.com. The beneficiary of this year's race is Easter Seals, Massachusetts, which is located at the site of the Bridge Center. Earlier this year, I talked with Paul Medeiros, who is the president and CEO of Easter Seals Mass, about the great work they do for people with disabilities.
We are a nonprofit who serves people with disabilities. We are a service agency, and our mission is to provide services to ensure that children and adults with disabilities have equal opportunities to live, learn, work, and play. We serve them in a variety of ways. We have a lot of different programming, and we also have a designated veterans division as well.
So again, the 5K is coming up this Saturday at the police station, Fun Run at 8:30 and the 5K at 9 a.m. Right after that, as is typically the case, Autumn Fest is held at Bridgewater State University's Boyden Quad. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., walk the quad and see some of the great local businesses the town has, and you can try out the food trucks as well. Barbecue, tacos, donuts, ice cream, coffee, and so much more is available. Admission to the event is free, but the vendors and food trucks may have some costs. This is the 33rd annual Autumn Fest event, and it's organized by the Bridgewater Business Association. Turning to sports, and this past Saturday, the BSU football team was looking to even their record of 500 on the 2023 season in the remnants of Tropical Storm Ophelia. But unlike the Pats and Jets, the Bears in Western Connecticut State could actually find the end zone and the scoreboard. This is the third and final game of the homestand for the Bears, so let's go back to the first game against WPI, when Isaiah Wright answered an Engineers touchdown with an 85-yard kick return to the house. Now, you probably know where this is going. Off the kickoff, Wright would take this one to the near side, going 92 yards this time for the score to even things up at 7. Adam Couch had rushing touchdowns from 2 and 3 yards out to help out BSU's cause, and after that Isaiah Wright kick return for the touchdown early in the second quarter, BSU had 4 more scores. All 4 of those touchdowns came from 3 or fewer yards out, but the Gillard to Deshaun Allen connection continued with his 15-yard reception to make it 35-28 late. Westcon actually had a chance to tie it on a 4th and 8 inside the red zone with a few seconds left in the fourth when this happened.
Crowd's feeling it. Play clock is at 12. Gillard the snap. Getting some pressure, has to move out of the pocket, tosses one incomplete. It was too tall for Deshaun Allen. Deshaun Allen just a little bit outside his outstretched hands, and Bridgewater State is going to win this one.
A game that saw 5 combined turnovers ended with a BSU victory via a 35-28 final. The BR Trojans are still looking for their first win of the season after falling short to Barnstable 31-21 this past Friday night. Chuck Swenson and Declan Byrne each had a rushing touchdown from 1 and 4 yards out respectively, and Owen King found William Porter for the 8-yard score. The Trojans continue their road trip with Marshfield this Friday night before a matchup against Durfee coming up next Friday night. BTV has been around for just over 35 years, and a lot has happened throughout that time. Recently, we've had some people ask us to start showing some of the past events that happened here in town, and that's what we're going to try and start doing. Our first trip down memory lane takes us to this week in 1997 when the town celebrated the return of trains in Bridgewater with a ribbon cutting for the Commuter Rail. Now, longtime residents in Bridgewater may know that the town did in fact have a train station that is now a Burger King, but the Old Colony Railroad Station was housed there from 1893 to 1959. We take you to the September 29, 1997 edition of the Cable 8 News and Nick Palmieri.
Tell us what you're feeling as we're riding on this.
Well, it's pretty nostalgic for me, Nick, because I actually grew up in Bridgewater when we had Commuter Rail before, and although I was pretty young, I I literally grew up on the other side of the tracks on Plymouth Street, and obviously I haven't seen a commuter rail line here in nearly 40 years, and here we are today on the maiden voyage. This is a great day for Bridgewater, and it's exciting to be part of this. And the other thing I'd mention is this ride is incredibly smooth and quiet, except for all the people we have on board here today, but it's a great day.
I hope that eventually the MBTA and the college will work together to produce some kind of reduced rate or free passes for the college students so that more college students take it, and that will lessen the impact of the traffic on the town from the college.
What are your feelings as we're riding on the Old Colony line for the first time in approximately 40 years?
I think it's great. I can't wait to go to Boston and not have to drive. I think it's wonderful.
Dan?
I think it's great. It's been a long time coming. We're ready for it, I think. We don't know it yet, but we are.
What about Bridgewater? What do you think the train will mean to the town of Bridgewater?
Well, I hope it means that a lot of people will use it. I don't know if they will or not. I hope they will.
I think there's much that it's going to be able to bring in that's good. And I'm hoping that everyone will just respect the safety part of it and be very careful, but also to enjoy.
BTV Cable 8, along with many dignitaries and residents of Bridgewater, today became part of history. The MBTA Old Colony Rail line ran for the first time in approximately 38 years, and we were a part of it. And it's just an extraordinary feeling, and I think anybody who was on it got a sense of not only excitement, but of tremendous emotion, because this is the start of probably something that is going to mean a tremendous amount for not only Bridgewater, but the state of Massachusetts, and the people such as commuters that will benefit from it, from the residents that will benefit from it, from the students at the college. There is just so much to look forward to.
A 50-minute smooth MBTA train ride, 26 years, where's the time go? Thanks for watching this update. I'm John Luck.